power of the suit, he's still able to overcome.
Basically, it's like if you're nothing without the suit, then you don't get the suit at all. You don't deserve the suit at all. So he had to like
Well,
overcome something without his suit, I guess, just by himself as Peter Parker. It's actually pretty cool.
okay.
Good movie. I recommend it.
So then I suppose we can draw some analogies. Maybe Mineski, they used to have that aura of like unstoppability for the first few months of this pro circuit, because 1437 was like, why isn't Mineski getting invited? And EU was like, why isn't Mineski getting invited? And then that veil is shattered. We can do some more movie parallels. It's like some Wizard of Oz stuff, right? Everyone's like, oh snap, it's the Wizard of Oz. I don't want to mess with him. And then they look behind the curtain, and it's Mushi one-man chronoing a Tiny.
Is Wizard of Oz that movie with the girl and the rabbit? Or is that
No,
Alice
it's
in
Alice in
Wonderland?
Wonderland.
Alright, close enough.
This is the one with the girl and the dog.
Yeah, close enough. It's the girl and the animal. Dude, I like these old movies I haven't seen, man. I wasn't cultured as I grew up in communist China, we had no movies.
Of course.
Actually, that's
We
not
just
true.
had
Watching
knockoff
movies
Spider-Man movies.
watching movies in China is actually more of like a date thing than a
5 seconds remaining.
I guess in American culture it's like very widespread, right? You just watch a movie with your families or friends or whatever. But I
Right.
think in China was more exclusively like for romantic purposes. I think the first movie I've seen was like Titanic, and I was like 7. I was like, oh, boobies. Or was it like 9 or something? Yeah, good times.
So it's a good one to start
10
off on.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. Anyways, we got a Murana Bane combination. Good stuff.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Last time it was Mineski trying to do, as you said, maybe something a little bit sneaky with a potentially roaming combination, but they were never able to roam because Medusa was just too irritating to leave alone. And now Geek Fam's gonna go for a combination with Bane Murana, although I haven't seen a roaming Murana in a very long time, so this is not gonna be like a laning phase combination, but, perhaps a mid-game combination with Nightmare and Arrow.
Oh, I was casting WESG this last weekend, and
5 seconds.
when they
remaining.
picked like Murana first phase with some other hero, I was like, oh, there's no way this is a support Murana. I've never seen that since Fluff and stuff did it back in like TI2. And then lo and behold, it was a position for Murana, and he completely dominated that game, so I looked like
Really?
a fool. It was
Wow.
Mouseport actually playing it, and it looked pretty damn good.
Yeah?
Probably don't expect that to be here, and looks like it's gonna be a ET. Man, everyone's on the ET train.
The hero did not convince me in the last game, which I mean, Ninja Boogie was doing fine, but I guess maybe I'm less confident in 4-position ET. Like, I think this hero needs at least a item, and not just like a drum.
5 seconds
He needs
remaining.
something earlier on that makes him like a more dominant force. A lot of great silence targets for DP this game, though.
Just silence all of them.
And Night Stalker.
It's
Yeah,
AoE.
actually, this is Silent City. But I don't know if I can continue to just give Mineski the benefit of the doubt in the drafting phase like we had done in Game 1, because I was very skeptical about Geek Fam's Game 1 draft. Probably because I was not really paying attention. I was just like, it's Geek Fam versus Mineski. There's no way they're gonna lose Game 1 in 35 minutes. But then, look at me.
They did.
Also, I don't think Ice 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 was able to do Ice 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 things, and more often than not, whenever I see Mineski win, it's because Ice 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 does Ice 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 things.
It felt like when they were winning, they basically left the off lane pick towards the end, and they prioritized Ice 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 more. And I feel like that's kind of
Right.
what they need to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, the Tiny this game, or the Tiny in Game 1, felt like how Ice 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 would, like, have made that game go if the drafts were reversed.
I wonder if they're thinking about Faceless Void again. Then you're looking at DP Void, which is a pretty strong combination. Cooldown is very long, but Whenever
Yeah.
you use them together, you generally just win the fight and take objectives.
That's the thing that scares me, though, is that cooldown. Because we saw that Geek Fam were very good at playing around the chrono
Ooh.
cooldown in Game 1.
This is
Push
the
strats.
Ice Jack off lane.
So what do? Do you max dual breath?
I think you max Liquid Fire, right? And you push buildings.
Oh, well, I mean, like, that's the traditional
Yeah,
Jakiro.
yeah.
That's like support Jakiro.
Have you seen
This is an
Complexity?
Ice Jakiro.
Have you seen
I have,
Complexity
actually.
play carry Jakiro?
Yeah, I
That
did
thing
see
is
that.
dank as hell. It might just be
That's
carry,
very
yeah.
impressive.
I don't know if Mushi plays it, but I'm pretty sure if you give it to Ice, he'll carry from the offlane.
Yeah. Which I would like to see.
Dire team ban.
For those of you guys that are not too caught up with the carry Jakiro, what basically happens is he has like a 8 or 10% spell amp talent at 10, and then there's a 15 talent that increases dual breath damage. It's essentially like double damage for his dual breath. It gets to a point where I think if you dual breath a crit wave, you
10
just
seconds remaining.
kill it. Just one dual breath.
Yeah. And that's not even counting like a veil or anything. which
Yeah,
is
you get the
almost
veil on
always
top.
picked up
Yeah,
on
so
Jakiro.
it's
Yeah.
actually so insane. The one game I saw a Jakiro killing a Dusa by itself. I was like, what? How is this happening?
Yeah, like years ago, everyone like Jakiro actually has not been changed very much. Like, granted, the talents help him out a lot, but Dual Breath as a spell has been mostly the same for years. And so there was one time that I was against a Jakiro mid, and I was just like, what are these idiots trying to pull right now? And I have never gotten destroyed so hard mid in my entire life. I was playing like TA also, which that's a pretty bad matchup.
That's
for
a
TA.
terrible matchup, yeah.
Yeah, but like I didn't respect it, and like my attack speed was super slow because Dual Breath slows your attack speed like crazy, Liquid Fire slows your attack speed like crazy. I had no refraction charges at all. I was getting completely obliterated, so I grew to recognize the power of spell damage Jakiro rather than just pure pushing Jakiro. But having said that, this is a pretty heavy push lineup. You've got Wyvern with Cold Embrace to sustain, Healing Ward, Jakiro Liquid Fire, and so you don't even need to blow Exorcism just to take towers.
Yep, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not sure if I feel the Juggernaut last pick though. Do you, like, apart from the push, excuse me, do you feel like it's adding anything else to this lineup?
I think that they like the idea of having spell immunity because Geek Fam are a very combo-oriented team, it seems. Like, you set up with a Nightmare, into a Arrow, into like a Stomp, into Dream Coil, all that business. You can go for something like a Lifestealer, which I thought may have been a little bit more practical, but Lifestealer does not have any bomb options this game. And so Juggernaut seems like a worthy second pick alternative.
You may now select your heroes.
All right. Timber Saw.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm
What
still.
What does Timber do here?
He gets silenced a lot. That's gonna be one thing for sure. Unless if he goes for like an early Lotus Orb.
It's not like there's a lot of strength melee or anything like that, or melee to begin with.
No. I suppose it provides anti-push, but I thought they already had like pretty good anti-push. You got Illusory Orb, you've got Astral Spirit, you've got, you know, Mirana could probably like get in and out with Star Storms or arrows. I agree. I'm kind of wondering what they want to do with this Timber Saw. It's a mid Timber Saw, and that's like, you know, not necessarily a fantastic matchup against Death Prophet by any means either, so I don't know.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
this draft doesn't make sense to me at least, but I guess
But we doubted them in
Yeah.
game one, so.
let's not doubt them. Let's let the boys play, right? Let the boys
Yeah.
play.
At least, like, on paper, they're both relatively good drafts. Like, neither one seems, like, especially strong, but I don't see any hard counters, aside from all the silences that I mentioned. I thought Juggernaut is a good pick because of all that combo potential, but then at the same time, like, if like, you get stomped, then all the other spells are going to go through. If you get silenced, all the other spells are going to go through by Waning Rift. If you get gripped, all the other spells are going to go through. So, you know, it goes both ways.
All right, player I'm watching out for is the Jakiro off lane by Ice. Interested to see where he takes that and what he does with it. This is actually the first time I've seen Jakiro in this patch without the help of a Magnus. So let's see where the hero's at.
What, Qual always runs it with the Magnus?
Did Cole play Juggernaut? Sorry, did I say Jakiro? I meant Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah, you said Jakiro.
Sorry.
Well, actually, so, okay, I can actually kind of agree with that. Although, it seems like Battle Fury is, like, the greatest... it's the new Helm of the Dominator from the vintage 7.0 days, because I've been seeing, like, Slark Battle Fury, Juggernaut obviously is, like, a classic Battle Fury builder, and, like, it just seems to be a fantastic item all around. Yes, you do often see it with Magnus most frequently, but you can still, you know, cleave stuff up on your own and get plenty of damage from the Demon Edge that Battle Fury builds out of.
Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
MOM Battle Fury. Let's go. Farm it up.
I guess maybe Magnus doesn't push as well as other heroes, and if you were going to give it on Magnus, you were probably going to give it to Ice, and, you know, I guess they want to push, so Magnus does not really help with that.
The battle begins.
Mineski is going to be duping Geek with the lanes. Ice doesn't even bother going for the rune because I guess they may have given up their laning position. So I don't think Geek are expecting a solo Jakiro in this top lane.
Mirana's gonna port bottom. I think solo Jakiro is actually gonna do okay against this dual lane.
I think so too. I mean, Jakiro's not gonna stop this puck from farming, but at the same time, like, this is a pretty mean lane, dual lane, Elder Titan and puck, but I think Jakiro, is not gonna have too much trouble. In mid lane, we've got Death Prophet and Timbersaw as expected, and like I'm like you said you had your eyes on the Jakiro. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this Timbersaw mid because I'm curious to see like what the game plan is for this hero.
I think whatever he's gonna do, he's not gonna do early game, right? I feel like this is more for a mid game damage kind of pick.
Yeah, but then when do you ever feel comfortable leaving to go deal damage? Because like Mineski aren't really team fight oriented. They're just going to take structures, and you can't really force a fight until Puck gets a Blink Dagger.
Maybe. It feels like this is gonna be a very good game to get the hood on the Timber. There's a lot of magic damage.
Is there?
I mean, Jakiro by himself warrants a hood, I think.
Jakiro by himself, yeah, that's for sure. But like, you know, DP is physical, Juggernaut's physical.
Nice, getting punched by the stapler.
Most other heroes, like, they would not be able to stay in this lane as long. Oh, he gets his salve cancelled. GG.
This is actually really obnoxious. Oh, it's gonna get stopped too.
Oh. Playhard can't get too close. He's gonna get hit by the tower.
Oh! That is
okay.
Straight up feed.
Well.
That is a straight up double feed. Yep.
3 wand charges.
Yep.
And you're done. Respect the Jakiro.
Yeah, man.
Homie's got 4 armor when he's underneath his tower like that. You can't just expect to take him out.
Everybody forgets that he just makes your attack speed drop to like
so slow.
Yeah, like between dual breath and liquid fire, you have no attack speed.
Yeah, it's like being under Shiva's at like 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
And heroes don't have attack speed like items 2 minutes into the game. You don't have treads. You don't have very many agi points. You have nothing.
Oh, that's a great start off for the Jakiro.
Yeah, definitely much different start than what ISIS had last game. And the bot lane, the one that we haven't looked at quite yet, it is in fact the combination of Bane plus Mirana. It doesn't look like Bane is interested in roaming around right now, but instead wants to make sure that Skemberlu gets a good start against this Juggernaut and Nightstalker lane, which now Elder Titan's kind of in a tricky place.
He just needs one more void, and then they can spin on him, I think.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, he cancelled it.
He's dead, I think? Oh,
Yep.
just
Oh,
kidding!
oh.
Oh, what? Ninja
That's
Boogie
right.
with the last second. Gonna get it. Good stuff. So I am surprised that Bane didn't start in the mid lane and grab Enfeeble
Yeah.
1 and just
That's what I thought.
do
Oh,
that
it's
annoying
field
thing.
chain.
Oh.
Yeah, especially because Death
Ooh,
Prophet early on, she can't really.
ooh.
Oh.
They're getting outplayed so hard right now. Great play by Mineski in this little nice exchange, and now, oh, sticking a lot of damage. Mushi's gonna
Oh, the Blade
spin
Fury!
and gonna just get right click down, and they're not respecting the stapler. Now the clap's gonna hit on both heroes. Mirana's gonna, well, salve up, and then his teammates dies. Maybe or forward?
8 stick charges. Getting baited.
Ooh! And now turns it
It's
around.
nighttime,
Oh,
son.
triple kill on Ninja Boogie. My goodness.
There was a lot of disrespect going on all sides. Ninja
Yeah.
Boogie had a DD rune that he picked up at the 4-minute mark, so he was whacking away. And you gotta pay attention to those stick charges.
Yeah.
You're only a level 3 Mirana with 1 point in Starstorm. It's not gonna do that much damage.
Well, that is a very successful to the start of the night. 4-0 already. And he's heading mid. Just to refill the
This guy's
bottle.
Urn finished already. That's crazy.
Oh, no, he delivered.
I'm actually surprised that he went for Urn instead of an upgraded boots, but I guess he wants to get a lot of kills and he shows himself mid.
I think Night Stalker doesn't need the upgrade boots that badly, so I'm okay with this decision.
Yeah, I guess the main thing about like having phase boots early on is that your daytime sucks less, because oftentimes if you don't get very much done during the night, then you don't have very many earn charges.
Sure.
And then you're just kind of running around and you can't farm with just brown boots.
Bottom
Oh,
side
bot
spin.
lane.
Going on Ollie. Ollie is gonna get himself a little bit of survivability. And that arrow completely whiffs.
Yeah, it was a good call by Mushi to back out. If he stuck around, he would have gotten comboed into stomp into arrow.
So the one good thing that we do see about this mid lane Timbersaw is the fact that it's basically a no-go lane, right? You just can't gank into that lane.
Yeah, you can't.
Alright, well, it looks like Play Hard is gonna get brought down fairly easily. Juke away, and then they go right back. No. The true hero spirit gives him the movement speed, and
You can't if you go a little bit too far, you're gonna get nightmared into arrow. So you gotta be very careful about how much you want to commit. Though I am surprised that he didn't hold on to Void until he could cancel an Echo Stomp, but they quickly learned that they couldn't do it, and I'm sure Ninja Boogie won't make that mistake again.
wow, they're gonna try to
They're
gank mid.
There is no silence.
Okay, well, they voided it off, and now the ghost is gonna be there. A lot of magic damage, and now it's gonna be Ollie getting drained up. Ollie should die. Ollie gonna brain sap a little bit. Chuan's still
These
alive.
raindrops.
Alright, they do get the one kill, but they will take down Nana in doing so. That's a great trade in the favor of Geek Fam. In fact, March moving forward is gonna attack Ninja Boogie a couple of times. One earn charge. Gonna heal him back up. All things considered, that was great. And that is, like we said, the power of that Timber. In fact, he's not even going back to the fountain, just farming up here.
Man, the raindrop like was basically proccing as frequently as whoa, what?
You have learned nothing.
I guess he hit like a stray arrow.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess he got stomped first, maybe. I don't know. He didn't have any mana for Blade Fury, but he has phase boots on Juggernaut, so I don't know. That's a great pick, though. That's 2 major cores going down for Mineski in quick succession. As now March is kind of in an awkward spot, but so is Ninja Boogie. He can fly.
2 Ninja Boogie. The
He can
clap.
fly?
Maybe if we just flew directly to the left instead of walking up the ramp.
Right.
Well, gives away the 4x kill streak. That's pretty big actually for the puck. But Ice 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 takes down the building. It looks like he's gonna just go for a 3-0-4 build, going straight for the Veil. Pretty standard.
Yeah, and he's level 7, so he should be approaching that 8% spell up talent very quickly. Which is gonna make this Timbersaw's life pretty rough. And as you suspected, he is gonna be going for that hood first, just for the Chikiro, because there's really no other reason to go for a hood this early on as a Timbersaw.
Yeah, there's some like random stuff like Crypt Swarm or Splinter Blast, but I don't think that warrants it. But the
No,
Jukiro
yeah.
definitely does.
Yeah, because I mean, you see the efficacy of this range art that he had, which he doesn't have one now, but he had one earlier.
By the way, have you ever seen
Now he's playing super fast.
people buying Kaya on Timber? Is that ever a thing?
Ooh, I don't know actually.
It seems like all the spell carriers are buying it, so I'm just wondering if Timber.
That's true. Especially the spell carriers who like transitioning into Bloodstone, because Kai is like a great stepping stone item on your way to Bloodstone. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen too much. Man, Scalembrew is eating this Jakiro damage for breakfast.
Dude, he's done so. Oh, Moonlight Shadow, do they have detection?
No, they don't.
Oh, but they don't need detection.
The guess.
The deeps. He's so
Oh
low.
God, the deeps.
He ports out, he's fine.
Oh.
So, has anybody figured out the math on Storm Spirit? Like, are you supposed to go Bloodstone first or Kaya first? That's like a efficient farming tool.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I think that is what it depends on. It's like, do you want to farm or you want to fight? If you want to farm, then I think that Bloodstone is still the way to go. If you want to fight, then Kai is the way to go.
I see.
Top lane. Going in. Never mind.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jakiro, Liquid Fire non-stop on the bottom side. They really need to
Dream
kill
coil's
this
up.
Ice. Yep, they're going to coil him up. I mean, he's so tanky. He has 6 wand charges. He's just walking left and right. He's like, come at me, bros. And now, Liquid Fire, Dual Breath, all these going to be dead. Yep,
you're
he's
done.
gone. He still has one. No, he just used the wand charge. He's fine. Arrow's going to hit onto Jabs. Jab's going to go down, but, I mean, they traded 1 for 1. And Jakiro poured it out. Good stuff.
Yeah, ISS very patiently made sure not to right-click either of those heroes that were attacking him under the tower, so he didn't take any tower aggro that entire time. And as soon as he was able to walk out of the Dream Coil, immediately popped a Liquid Fire onto Bane, and Bane is definitely not tanky enough to deal with that, and goes down. And Ollie would have really liked to get that experience, because Fiend's Grip is going to become harder and harder to pull off as Mineski get more and more items and levels.
No points in the ice path just yet for Ice.
Why bother?
It's like decent against phase, I guess, against Fiend Script, but like you said, Fiend Script not nearly available yet.
Nice silence out of the Invis room.
Would have been decent there as well, just even as a mini stun. But look at that damage
Phase
march.
shift.
Yeah, just gonna phase it.
Oh, the turnaround.
Man, Mirana's so cheesy as a
Damn.
hero. Dropping low though, no more
this
leap charges.
3 leaps.
Oh, miss! Liquid Fire.
Oh, the evade.
Easy, well played.
Feels bad.
for the hunt.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nightstalker is not level 6 yet, because ideally you would want to like turn to darkness and then do the Crippling Fear, because during daytime, Crippling Fear only lasts 3 seconds, and that's not nearly enough time to get a kill on a puck.
Nighttime lasts 8 seconds.
1 maxed.
Yep. Damn.
I know, right? It's gonna be a problem. Assuming that Mineski ever feel like grouping up, which, I mean, they quickly took down that top tier one, and by they, I mean just
Jakiro.
Jakiro. But,
Just Jakiro. Yeah.
like, I mean, I guess Mushi has just been quietly farming. Though, I mean, he's actually not going for Battle Fury, he's going for Diffusal Blade first.
Alright. Giving back that good old Juggernaut, the old school days. Alright, silence into another silence. Ice Path's gonna be there, dual
Ice
breath. That's everybody on him. He dies. There's a grip here onto the DP. DP tanking it up for now, and it's gonna be Ice laying out the damage. DP still alive, pops a magic stick. He's gonna be fine. Ollie's gonna get brought down. Moon playing it well on the back line. And Mineski group up as 3. This is kind of the Mineski that we all expected in game 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Ninja
Except
Boogie on the
this time
back line will silence now onto Elder Titan. Are they going to keep on chasing? No, just going to drive him away from the tower defense. It looks like Mineski is going to take down another tier 1 tower with the power of that DP and Jakiro combination.
Oh man, Timbersaw wants this. Do you want it though?
I don't know
Yes,
if he
his
wants
hood.
it. The hood is not
think
doing
he
much
wants
right now.
it.
The silence is going to be there. They surround him,
don't
and that's
want
a
it.
straight up free TP.
You walk in, you think you're hot stuff with your hood, you put up that spell barrier, and then you realize Jakiro, he's not even hit level 10 yet.
No.
He's still just burning through all this.
I mean, that was like 3 to 4 heroes casting spell with the benefit of the veil,
True.
right? So
True.
that was super great.
Radiant's
Arrow, and stomp into arrow. Yeah, it's a dead wyvern.
Oh, sorry for missing that one. You know, it seems like the
So-
problem of the Radiant lineup is that it's the same thing as the problem what Mineski ran into last game, is that it takes them 20 minutes to actually start doing stuff. Mirana needs a ton of items, Timber needs a couple items, Puck leads once Veil or Blink, right? And the
Right.
way that Mineski is playing, they're coming at you at minute 6, you know, they're hitting your buildings.
Stomp bot lane, but they can't finish off the Night Stalker. Oh, he's level 10. What? He hasn't skilled up his talent.
Oh, he's
What?
missing so much damage right now. It's cool though.
Right?
It's gonna get the kill. Maybe.
But he could be buffing this earn damage.
Maybe.
Oh, actually, it's not his earn. Never mind.
Okay, nice 2-man coil here.
TP?
No TP. Now he
Shakira
TPs.
not
He
TP.
said.
Oh, well.
I think even if he TP, he probably still would have died.
Radiant's top tower
Well, that's not a great exchange. You got a 4-position ET for a core Jakiro and a roaming Night Stalker, so good rotation by Geek fan.
Oh, he put his point into dual breath, level 10. I don't know if that's worth the.
I think he put it. Wait, did he only have? Oh yeah, you're right.
'Cause he
did
got
put
Ice Path
fourth point
the
Dual
level
Breath.
before, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he definitely had Macro Pyre, so yeah, I think you're right.
So we could definitely conclude the 4th point of dual breath not as good as your plus 8% spell.
I'm sure that can actually be like mathematically proven. Actually,
The math checks out.
the math checks out. Quick maths. Well, it's okay. Still, Spake and Mace for Mushi, who is now completed his Diffusal Blade. It's on the Courier. I'm still a little bit skeptical as to why he went for Diffusal Blade instead of going for the Battle Fury first, but like this is more like vintage Juggernaut, which was always Diffusal first, but that was when Diffusal had a Purge.
Well, I think this is just like good stats for fighting, right? Like that seems to be Mineski's MO. We're gonna just run at you and fight. We know that you're not particularly too strong at this point on, so.
I guess that's true, but like I mean, you have other options as well, like Sanjin Yasha, or like just a casual Yasha and like drum and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's working. Scan comes out, Stomp comes out.
Delaying that Roach quite a bit. They're gonna pop the Exorcism. Now the arrow hits on DPO. They go, I wanna. Yes, they will. Earth Splitter's gonna get cast, but there's no follow-up. It does hit on 2, but that Healing Ward's doing so much work. In fact, the Healing Ward's putting everybody back to full HP. On the backline, Ninja Boogie under a lot of trouble here. Mirana right-clicking. Mirana is going to get the kill. Coil's going to get stopped on the backline. They're going to go right on the Puck. Puck's going to get brought down. 1 for 2 trade so far. And now Ollie trying to kill down Mushi. Mushi's very low. Has Aegis and Omni Slash. Omni Slash
what
dodges the
Omni
thing. And now
Slash.
actually going back to the Ancients. He will survive as a result. On the right side, they're going to try to cut off that Mirana. Mirana's going to make it out of there. They still don't have enough detection for this fight. They do have the 1 sentry in the high ground. They will take down Ollie. At the end of the day, it's going to be a 1 for 3 engagement. They take down Roche. They take the Aegis, and they retain the Aegis because of some really nice Omni Slash usage. Great play by Mushi there.
Yeah, he like that is not easy to do because you had to basically know that Murano was going to jump in. Because between your turn animation and your cast animation of Omni Slash, most people would get hit by the Starstorm, which wouldn't have been devastating. He had the Aegis, but now he can hold on to the Aegis, and once Exorcism comes off cooldown in a minute, then I'm sure they're going to start pushing.
Yep. Looks like Mushi is going to go for the Fighting Bill Part 2 with the Shadow Blade. And of
Wow,
course,
this
it has.
is a crazy ass Juggernaut build. This is like 6.7 Juggernaut.
Oh, I think this game he's getting it for the Silver Edge upgrade, right? Versus Timber. It has like a pretty decent purpose here, I think.
Yeah, I suppose. And I guess there's no like real right-click carry that you need to keep pace with, because like Timbersaw is one of their cores, Puck's the other core, and Murana's the third core. Now Yule's up on the top lane into Ice Path, but it's dodged. And he has enough points in it that he's able to time it out.
Oh, he dropped everything. That Puck was scared.
Well, he gets out alive.
Yeah.
And March is doing well. Blink Dagger completed, he's going for a Yule's to the zone, and the more important thing, like I said, is the fact that he has levels. He actually skipped his second point in Dream Coil to go for more points in Phase Shift, which I think is brilliant spell choicing, whatever you would call it.
I actually think that
Whatever
Coil, great point usage, skill point usage.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I was looking for like the itemization except for spell optimization. You know what I mean?
Great skill build, I think it's the other term. For it.
Ah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, I think ever since the change to Puck's coil, I think
Only
it's actually
doing damage on
okay.
break.
Yeah, it's okay to leave it at 1 so you max your other spells. Because, like we saw there, the extra duration of the phase actually matters quite a bit. Oh,
Oh. Oh.
he's gonna pop in. Oh, the Yield
He
Scepter
doesn't
finds
jump
him.
to it, but they're ready for it.
Oh, he did. Silence on top. Yep.
Yep. Now in the mid lane, Invis Mushi.
Oh, Mushi
who
finds
wants
him.
something.
He's not
Oh, he
omni
gets
slashing.
spotted, but it's
Just
too
right
late.
clicking. 5 right clicks, and he's gonna get him. Curse. Gonna cancel the chain. Mushi farms that range creep.
That's actually, that may have been a bad idea, because you can mana burn while they're cursed.
I mean, I don't think
You
it
won't
was-
deal any damage, but you will burn off their mana. And Timbersaw may not have had mana to chain away, but you know, whatever.
Here comes that early game push. I definitely could see Mineski like just taking down all the tier 2s and like, you know,
And then some.
and then some.
Oh,
Ooh,
it's working.
I think the first time in this new patch we're gonna see the interaction of piping your towers to protect it from
Oh,
magic
yeah.
damage.
That's true.
When's that ever happened before?
That's pretty smart.
Timbersaw gonna
Who's
finish
building
that
the
pipe?
pipe?
I mean, he has a hood,
Oh. So?
so he's not gonna finish the pipe. He eventually will, I guess.
I don't think so. It's just liquid fire.
Liquefy's a lot, dude.
Because yeah, but it's like, there's a way shorter cooldown on liquid fire than on freaking
Yeah.
pipe.
So everybody get a pipe. Ollie.
I don't think that's how it works.
I mean, you can pipe. You know. you
Here's
stack
what
multiple
we
pipes.
need to see.
Yeah.
Ninja Boogie, Meteor Hammer.
Okay, I see that.
Let's go.
You know what's the counter to Jakira Liquefier? Arc Warden Pipe. First item. Got
It's
him.
true. Pipe does not have that stack cooldown anymore.
Yep.
Pop it as many times as you want. Dude, I would actually love to see a Meteor Hammer this game. Yule's bot lane, Mirana, gonna get locked, silenced. So much spell damage.
He
And you're
did.
done.
By the end of this game, Jakiro's gonna have the highest hero damage, like by far.
Oh yeah.
It's not even
And
gonna be
building
funny.
damage probably.
Is under attack.
Oh. That's on you.
That's on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, this is the Mineski that we all know and love.
I think
That's
this
for
is
sure.
more of an outdraft too, honestly. Like Mineski just like, okay, we're gonna run at you now, and
Yeah. I still don't know what the Timbersaw's like game plan is.
I mean, it was an
even,
ungankable
like,
mid
the-
hero that could chakram and defend your building. Except he ported in
I
and
feel
died
like there are
twice.
better choices.
I don't know. What's an ungankable
Like-
mid that could counter push? Like Quap, I guess?
Yeah.
I think
'cause
Quap
early
will be
game
worse,
people aren't gonna
though.
get silences. Quap may have been banned also.
I mean, Quap is definitely very gankable by a Night Stalker.
I guess. But I mean, we saw this Timbersaw was definitely immortal as you quick reflexes.
Pop a DP
Exorcism
ultimate?
comes out.
I mean, they
What do
can't
you
do
do
yeah, they
against
can't
this?
do anything. They're just watching the buildings go down.
Pipe your buildings, even though it won't help against DP ult because physical damage.
That you go pipe and
Oh,
Crimson
they back
Guard.
off.
Actually, spell
There
block.
we go.
Spell block. doesn't
Crimson
work.
Guard doesn't work yet. Yeah,
Alright.
well, yeah,
DP counters all this strat. You can't do anything.
pretty much.
Yo, can you imagine like in Dota, like in 2020, right? You could medallion buildings. How sick would that
Oh,
be?
dude. Oh man, that's actually
Solar
I think
crest your
that's, like-
buildings. That's just dumb.
that's
I think.
2018 Dota. You're definitely not giving yourself credit. Yule's on the top lane. Mirana again, so much damage, but her team's behind her, so they're gonna back off.
When I say dumb,
Still
I mean
she's taking damage.
it's too good if you could solar crest your building. It's just like
Well, I mean, I'm sure they could like balance it so it's like reduced, or you can do it both ways. Enemies can solar crest your
oh,
buildings.
dude, that's sick actually.
Yule's again onto this ET. He's not
Oh,
gonna stick around. He
he's
gets
dead.
purged up, or not purged, but slowed. What is the active called? Inhibit. He gets
Inhibit.
He gets
Low.
inhibited. You want to know what the best active item is called? Hover over Veil and tell me what that's called.
Oh, I'm not gonna hover over it. Let me try to recall it. Alright, I forgot. Let me hover over it.
Classic.
Magic weakness.
Easily top 10 debuff name.
I
in the
mean,
game.
it is true. We should make a top 10 debuff
Oh,
name
man.
based
Yeah.
on items.
Oh.
Do you know what Tango is called?
It used to be called Essification or whatever,
Oh yeah, that's.
but I don't think.
I think it's called Eat Tree now.
Oh, really?
Oh, we'll check on game
It's
3.
Devour. It's
It's
Devour.
no way. Why is it Devour?
Yeah, because Doom is the only hero that can use tangos.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone knows that.
Eat Tree is cooler, dude.
Essification is cool. What does that even mean?
You essify. Dude.
Essify it.
Essify, yeah. They should call it like photosynthesis or something. Actually, that makes no sense. What is it called?
Fire scans.
Barrier.
for some reason.
I'm not like I'm just looking at things now, like all these active. Cyclone.
Cyclone's important. You can't change that one.
So
You know what
release.
Battalion is called. See, what you should have said is we should be able to Valor Towers.
Ah.
Everyone would have known what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure. Is
Push
Solar
the top,
Crest
scan lands.
okay? But they think he's
Will
actually
they
like.
find this wyvern?
Ooh, that's a Kiro.
Oh man.
He's got a self-use for himself. Oh my god, that Deeps, he's not dead. He's still alive
No, he's
somehow.
not.
Alright, self-use gonna be up there. Mushi's doing quite a bit of work. Mushi, drop a healing orb for your friend, my friend. Nope. Mushi ain't dropping nothing for his friend. But it's gonna kill everybody though. Mushi? Alright, Mushi
March
this
is
game
on the
is
run.
picking it up, right. March. Oh, nice, good
He can't
juke.
Night Stalker can't fly for 10 seconds, and he's just gonna slip on out.
He's cool.
Out
He's
of
gonna
vision.
even creep skip. What a
Oh,
player.
he should.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the play. He has no TP. You probably should pick one up.
Nah. You can go solo, Roche.
Go solo, Roche.
Look, he got a DD run.
Alright. Magic wand's called Energy Charge.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I feel like they're
Energy
just
Charge.
missing out on a Harry Potter reference. Should they call it
I
like
don't,
Cast
I don't think there's a
Patronus
healing spell.
or some shit?
Patronus is like a shield, though.
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
not a heal. I actually don't know any heals in Harry Potter. There's
Oh.
so many Cyclones in this game.
What is that spell called when Hermione uses to fix Harry's glasses? Close enough, right?
Oh, you're right.
Repario? Yeah, it's Reparo.
Reparo. Or
Reparo,
Reparo,
yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
That should be Magic
yeah,
Wand.
that's the stuff.
Yeah.
It should be. There are 4 Yule Scepters in this game, 2 on each team. So, honestly, it's hard as hell to know whenever it's like a defensive or an offensive one. But chances are, if you're seeing Mineski killing people, it's usually an offensive one because the setup is just too good. I don't really know what Mineski are waiting for. Roche is up, and they're all farming Ancients.
There's actually so many names for these like active items called. Like every
That's
hero's
true.
got like 2 to 3.
It's good trivia.
Oh,
Whenever... Huh?
Jakiro didn't take
Yes.
the
Spell Amp talent? Oh, no.
no, the dual breath damage.
Yeah, of course he's gonna go for attack range. You already took every single freaking tower. If you're trying to siege high ground, there's no way that you're getting into fights. You could just throw some, get a Dragonlance, smoke immediately pops, Cyclone up onto the Timbersaw, Ice Path,
Yep.
down goes the Elder Titan.
And now
They have
they're
any detection, they had 1, but he's out.
they have a gem on
They
Night
have
Stalker.
more.
Yeah, they're gonna
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah, that's
chase
stuff.
and run. I mean, I think your logic.
Whoa, puck out of nowhere.
Oh, he's gonna ref.
Oh, the silence
Dead.
misses, but then the other silence comes in.
Okay, another silence. And now he blinks.
Oh
So-
man, he has an orb. He can jaunt down the cliff. Oh, they're gonna back off.
Ice, slowing Roche. No, I hear you with the extra attack range. It helps sieging. At the same
Yeah, it's
time,
crazy.
you could just kill them, and don't even need a siege.
Well, it's a safer option, I
Yeah.
suppose, because you don't need to commit to a fight. And there's like no big. Oh man, March is really trying to salvage this game, and I respect that. Like he'll die here, but I have no issue with him going for that play. Look at that. He even freed up 2 item slots. That's optimism right there. He puts them back now, but
Oh, he
was
backpacked
like,
too?
I'm gonna Afu this fool.
Oh, yeah? Is that what it's called now? Afu?
I think you have to call it that.
I mean, everyone's
Can any other player in the game hold the throne for Aegis Stealer, best Aegis Stealer 2017?
I mean, he did a TI. I guess that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I saw Crit do it on Rubik the other day.
That one was sick.
Yeah, you saw
And
that.
you were
too.
you were casting that one.
I was.
I remember that.
And
Well-
there's also one where I think Qual stole it with the refresher shard and double ulted. That was pretty sick too.
Oh, I didn't catch that one. What I am catching is Ice high ground missing all of these bonus attack range liquid fire procs. That's okay. Because the game is basically done.
They simply lost because they didn't.
Nice silence.
They didn't pipe the Praxis, dude. Liquid fire did way too much.
That's because Timbersaw got this Vanguard. He's like, I gotta Crimson Guard them first so
Yeah.
that it can't block anything of DP. They're going in.
Alright,
They
Geek
walk
fam.
right into a sentry ward.
Geek fam going for that Hail Mary.
Oh,
Oh, that curse though.
man.
Actually, they're all attack speed
Where's the
slow.
follow-up?
They all attack speed slow. They don't do any damage. Omnislash gonna get 1 kill. Mushi. Wicked sick already. Now moving for a little bit more. Coil Embrace. Coil is actually snapping a whole bunch of heroes. It doesn't matter. Mineski's just running over kids at this point.
Oh, Marana. Will
Oh.
she survive?
Oh.
No, she's
yeah,
dead.
Yeah, she's dead. GG's called. Game 3.
Like you said, it felt like an opposite of Game 1. The defending team was not ready for the level of aggression coming on this early, and even though they had combo potential, they were never able to bring it online because their heroes required too many items and too many levels to actually pull it together. So, the name of the game seems to be push early. Well, actually, Geek Fam weren't even really pushing early that much. They were just invading early. So, you know, early aggression, a great generic way to call it.
Yeah, or just don't get too greedy. I feel like what we saw this game was maybe that Geek Fam didn't lose their lanes, but they also didn't win it heavily, and they couldn't really do anything with the lanes that they won/got even on, right? They kind of just sat there and kept farming. So I feel like the heroes came online a little bit too slowly. Mineski will even out the series at 1 game apiece. We'll take a short break, guys, and Game 3 is coming up next. Don't go anywhere.